Hey guys, it's Damio. I'm just going to show you some of the Invade and Annex changes for our Sernix Arma 3 server. Um, right now you're going to notice that two headless clients are connected. This is locally on my computer. It's a dedicated server just in debug mode. And we're going to have one less headless client. There's just two right now because in testing our VM ran out of memory, and also it's actually better performance when there's just only one headless client. And we just made it work, so one headless client's gonna kind of get us to our 6-hour restart goal, hopefully. Right away I'm just gonna spawn in. You can see our splash screen with all the new stuff, just the brief stuff, and then you could also check out stuff on, or the new features on the group, or in game you could go to the custom features tab and read all about it. Right away, you're going to notice the new additions is really just the task system, and also one region per restart. This is all in debug mode, obviously. So the idea is now that there's going to be one region. Everyone's going to be fighting over this, and it works really well with the Gaia AI, the Greater Artificial Intelligence AI, and they will basically try to take hold of this region, and the AO is sort of their child region. And they're basically just going to react to threats however they see fit with whatever units they have. The only units that are not part of the Gaia AI are the side mission units. However, Gaia still utilizes them. Speaking of side missions, though, the changes with that are side missions are now going to be very close to the AO, and they must be completed in order to capture the AO. And a lot of times they're going to be pretty much side by side with whenever the AO happens, the side mission's going to be somewhere nearby. Depending on the side mission, if it requires more stealth, it'll be further away. So you still kind of you can still go off and do your own thing, it's just there might be more conflict in the region. The only side mission that's not required to complete the AO is a weapon shipment one, and that one is static along the island, and so that one is a fun one, and it's also kind of gives you people that want to complete side missions afar that option. You'll notice right away that we have assault forces. These are our AI assault forces. They scale with the amount of players on the server. So there's more players, there's less AI assault forces. When there's less players, there's more helping. They are the same as Gaia. Gaia controls them, and so it's kind of like Gaia versus Gaia. They don't know about each other, but they're both like enemy commanders to each other, and they'll react accordingly to what the threats are. The more closer you are in the center of the zone, the more threatening you are. Or just in general, if you're in the zone and there's nothing else going on, they're going to see you as a threat. Right now, you'll notice that the CAS is coming in, the close air support, and also the new thing is enemy paratroopers. So these guys are going to go to the AO and drop 15 guys on it. Or, yeah, maybe just, actually I think it's like 12. So the other 3 are just pilots and gunners, or just pilots and co-pilot. The only other difference too is that the enemy now deploys a forward operating base within the region. Anywhere within the region. It could be over here, it could be in the city. Used to be more restrictive, but now I just allow it to be anywhere because it's just more random and difficult to find. Whereas before, I'd always find like kind of a region around, like a flat area, and so I just kind of like made it more unpredictable. But the negative is it'll sometimes spawn like in a town or part of a town, so like it gets all weird and janky. But I did make it so that none of the buildings spawn on the roads and stuff, so it still looks kind of prevalent and realistic. You also know the AO is really bare right now. That's just for debug purposes to test this mission. We can just kind of see what's going on. So you're going to see the Gaia AI basically assault the AO right now. They're going to pretty much dominate this, but oh shoot, how do I get to camera? Sorry, it's kind of hard to do all this at once. Alright, so you guys are going to see the paratroopers in action. These are the enemy paratroopers. They'll continually reinforce the AO with troops. And I'm going to put a cap on this eventually, but because, you know, I don't want the server to be kind of low pop one day and then it's just impossible to take because these guys keep deploying. But you can see right there that they're deploying their their paratroopers. If you shoot out, oh damn, I got messed up. I gotta increase my objects a little bit. So yeah, that's the paratrooper reinforcements. They basically go side and side with the close air support. Let's talk more about the FOB. You'll see that the guy is actually sending units to reinforce the AO. You'll probably start to send like all its units once it knows how big the threat is. Basically, to defeat the FOB, you have to locate it first. As you can see here, it's like partially in this town. It's actually in the woods, so looks kind of like, whoa, what the hell? But maybe it's a little, you could look at this as being more stealth, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, it looks kind of messed up, like who the fuck would put an FOB here? To find the commander, you have to locate the FOB, and then the commander is going to be in one of these buildings. And he might be guarded, he might be really well hidden, so you have to search the buildings. Or you can just bombard the place with artillery and you know, air units in hopes to just randomly kill him. But really the most efficient way is to probably seek him out, because these guys have anti-air and they also have static machine guns and whatnot. And also their forces are always respawning here, so it's going to be a hot zone. On the contrary, we also have our own FOB. So we have our own air units right now. Those are Gaia AI. They support our units whenever they need them. I'm going to show you guys our forward operating base. It utilizes FOB, I mean the BTC, mobile respawn, and the Invade and Annex's armory system. They're basically all tied to one vehicle. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit and spawn close. You have to be greater than 800 meters away from the AO. This is 1,000 meters, the circle. And you have to be less than 2,000 to deploy it. We also have ambient radio noises now for the vehicles, and a player or a friendly has to be in the vehicle. Right now you're going to hear the radio play a lot just because it's in testing mode right now. So everyone's going to hear this. At least it should be 100% synced up, but I found a performance optimized way to doing that, and you know, knowing that sometimes that doesn't really work well when it's localized like that. So right away you're going to notice that our FOB is deploying. It's not quite done, the walls are all fucked up, but they straighten out when it's complete. We also get a defense force, and we also get assault force from this. And you could respawn from here, and you could use the mobile armory and the arsenal system to rearm and basically have unlimited ammo. And excuse me. Oh, porta potties. Oh yeah, we have a vaulting. Everyone has an Invade in our Annex. So yeah, once this is deployed, you can spawn here, and the FOB itself becomes invincible. It's just like a temporary workaround, so things don't break. You have to wait 5 minutes to pack it up again. This might change. Let's go find the find and cheat a little bit and kill the enemy officer, which is the commander. I'm gonna get shot. I think this is in debug. I think I might be invincible. So I guess I picked the wrong building. Oh, here he is. Alright, so I found him, killed him, and shortly after, this is all debugged, so it's going to disappear right away. But, you know, usually it'll take about 5 minutes. But all these guys are going to disappear, and basically, you know, we defeated the FOB. See how it all disappears? And the objective says, oh, you know, you completed this. So as we complete tasks, it's going to be cool. Like, you know, once we capture the AO, once we capture the side mission, it's going to show your persistence. We're never going to have to play that again for a while. And as you complete these AOs, you're going to see what parts of the region you capture, which is cool. What side missions you completed. Every restart, it'll be a different region, or it should be. You know, according to the code, it should never play the last region for at least 2 restarts. You know, other than that, that's really the core stuff. I can show you some of the new respawn stuff. So respawn, anyone with a first aid kit can revive you, but medics are the only ones that could heal you fully, which is really important. Change the camera mode so you can see a little bit more around you. Now you have 3 buttons. You have a cry out, so this will actually play a sound within 50 meters, or it should be playing a sound. You get a mini map, and you have the main map. Fortunately, you can't see units on these maps, but you could see like spotted units. So this is just to give you an idea if you want to just not be bored and sit there waiting for a revive. Also, you'll notice that medics or people in range to revive you will be up to like 1200 or 1500 meters, so you can actually see it from further away who's around you. Looks like we're getting a red chain for some reason. Let's go ahead and respawn. So now you'll get base, FOB, and then there's a hangar spawn that we put it in. The hangar spawn is just a temporary thing. It's like a fix for now, so people could actually spawn there if they want. But it also shows up as a mobile respawn point, which is kind of annoying, because it's kind of, you know, it's not a FOB. So we'll have to fix that later. Right now it's just a band-aid. Yeah, that's really the gist of things. Gaia will present itself as a challenge. It utilizes everybody to know where to send its units. Even side mission AI, even though they're not tied to Gaia, Gaia will still use them to understand what's going on in the battlefield. Gaia probably won't really reinforce them because they're outside the zone right now. But yeah, Gaia uses us, so she basically will fucking use our enemy spotting to send units accordingly as well. So it's a really cool AI system on the macro scale. It also does do flanking maneuvers and whatnot, but it uses BIS functions and mainly just the vanilla stuff, which is cool, but you know, all subject to change if we find better system. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully that gives you a better understanding of what's going on when you're playing, and just know that everything's persistent. There's no generated instances. The only time units are generated is when we capture a couple AOs. All the units will be deleted to reacquire like how many players are on the server, and then send new units accordingly. Also to clean up any bugged units. Maybe some unit got stuck or something and needs to be despawned. So yeah, that's the gist of it. If you have any questions, go to the Steam group, and if you have feedback, go ahead and feel free to post there. Hope you guys enjoy it and hope to see you on the server. Thanks.